All right, folks, welcome back to the Slice. We are obviously not in the studio today. Quick little office edition of the Slice because busy guy, married guy now. Don't have all the time to make it full on, but need to get you the news because we have quarterfinals now at the US Open. But before that, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for being here. Our Instagram is going absolutely crazy right now with all the Djokovic stuff. So it's hilarious. Like, it is just crazy to think about what just happened. Novak Djokovic getting disqualified. I can't believe it happened, like what he did. Like, I can't believe that he was so unlucky, and I can't believe he got disqualified. Like, even though that is the rule and tennis always upholds it, it's like crazy to think that the number one player in the world got disqualified for something that was an accident. But justified, I don't know, just crazy. Whatever. That's going on. Subscribe, make sure you like this video, it helps us out. Also, Victoria Azarenka, where did she come from? She's all of a sudden winning all these matches. She did super well didn't she win in by default in the final of the Cincinnati Open, and now she's into the quarterfinals of the US Open. Came back from nowhere. She used to be one of the best players in the world, and I did not personally like her because she was like the queen of taking medical timeouts when she didn't need them just to like swing matches. It was notorious. But anyways, good to see her back. Serena Williams is playing good. Is this the week for 24 for her? I don't know. We'll see. But the women's draw is looking pretty. It's looking pretty like 2010 vibes. I'm getting from this women's draw right now. On to the men's draw. We have the quarterfinals. Okay, we got Pablo Carreño Busta versus Denis Shapovalov. So we basically here have the future of tennis. None of the big three are in it. So some would say it's not exciting. I'm very excited because we're going to see someone who is new win a Grand Slam. And it won't be an asterisk Grand Slam because in my previous video I've talked about those don't exist. So we got 4 matchups here, and I'm looking at them right now, and they're pretty crazy. We got one Canadian left, Denis Shapovalov. He's in the top versus Pablo Carreño Busta, who had some very interesting comments about Djokovic's DQ. It's like, I've never seen anyone freak out on a tennis court harder than Pablo Carreño Busta. You know, when he did like the bag smash at the US Open last year. Anyways, absolutely crazy. So we got our guy Denis Shapovalov versus him. I think Denis Shapovalov is the clear favorite. He should win that match, and I'm taking Denis Shapovalov, him to win. Then we got Alexander Zverev versus Borna Korich. Now, Borna Korich somehow beat Stefanos Tsitsipas. Shouldn't have, but somehow did. And I think Alexander Zverev's actually playing really well right now. So I'm going to take Alexander Zverev in that because I think Alexander Zverev might step up to the plate here. Maybe get this thing down at the US Open, win his first slam. I don't know, but I'm taking Zverev in that match. And we got Andrei Rublev versus Daniil Medvedev. Andrei Rublev's played great, took out Berrettini yesterday. But Daniil Medvedev's looked like an absolute machine. Like, these guys have played each other probably a million times growing up in Russia together. But I'm taking Daniil Medvedev because he, to me, is the favorite to play now, or to win now. He was the second favorite to win, in my opinion anyways, before Djokovic went out. And he's just looking so good. Like, he's just annihilating people. He took TFO. He destroyed TFO last night. Like, he won the last 2 sets 6-1, 6-0. He gave him a breadstick, and then he gave him a bagel. He's like, yeah, eat this and then finish it up with this. Like, it was crazy. So I'm taking Daniil Medvedev in that one. And then we got Dominic Thiem versus Alexander Demonauer. Now, I love the Demon. Actually, I don't really care. I like Dominic Thiem, though. And I like Dominic Thiem in this matchup because he's just got more power and he's just as fast, just as everything, as defensive. And I think that unless Demonauer can really frustrate Dominic Thiem, which is possible on these faster courts, then he could pull it out, but I think Dominic Thiem might be too much. So, in my perfect world where I've just chosen, we got Denis Shapovalov versus Zverev. That's, if I'm not mistaken, that's the semifinal recap of the 2017 Montreal or Rogers Cup in Canada. Anyways, Zverev versus Shapovalov, and we got Daniil Medvedev versus Dominic Thiem. Now, if you ask me, those 4 guys being in the semifinals, if this works out, like, can you name 4 more exciting players? Like, you probably have to get Stefanos Tsitsipas in there. But like that is the future of tennis. This is the future of tennis. So it could be really, really cool to see. I'm interested to see how it turns out. This has been an office episode version of the Slice. Let me know what you think about the quarterfinal matchups. Who's going to possibly win? Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to win the first Grand Slam this year? I want to know. If I had to pick someone, I think it's going to be Daniil Medvedev. I just think he's the toughest out. Who could beat him? He's the hardest person to beat, I think, in this thing. And that's usually who wins. So that's my picks. What are yours? Let's chat down in the comment section below. As always, thanks for subscribing, following us on Instagram. That's going crazy over there with the Djokovic content. Absolutely wild. And we'll see you guys soon.